Hey everybody, Scott Williams, Treasure Coast Picker. I'm here with a bunch of items that we've sold over the last 90 days. We got to go real fast, so let's just jump into it. Great Space Battles. I found this book for $2 at a garage sale in Florida. It took a long time to sell it, but we took $27 for it. Sandra Bellotto Butterfly Ring Dolls. We got these from an estate. I got about 15 of them left. And this one went to Canada. The buyer had asked me to sell it to her for $50, but she wanted me not to use the global shipping, so I was able to relist it for her without the global shipping, and she bought it, and it's on its way to Canada. This is a great Ermenegildo Zegna, really wild Paisley linen shirt. Found this again in a boutique store in Florida. And if you can find a Ermenegildo Zegna with great patterns like this, you should do really well. It's unusual that it's a short sleeve Zegna. But we got $59.50 for this, and we paid about $7. This one I found for $5 at a local Goodwill. It had it was never worn. It had a new tag on it. It was just a little store tag. Can't even read what it says. But it's a Rose Bowl jersey from Southern Cal, and number 5, even though it hasn't have a name on it, number 5 was Reggie Bush that year. So we listed it for $65. We took a best offer of $50. Levi's jeans, new with tags, paid $5 for these at a mission, one of those Catholic mission stores, and it still had the tags on it. It was a Levi's for men with a Scotchmore room, which I think is kind of a vintage 90s thing. And boom, $34.50 for those. This was a cool jersey, Chicago Blackhawks. I believe I paid about $8 for this, somewhere between $5 and $10. And I listed it low, and some guy jumped on it, made me an offer too quick. So I checked him out, and it turns out he was selling these things at a lot more money. So I took down I rejected the offer, took down the listing, waited a few weeks, put it back up, and it sold right away for $99. Christmas time, this sold January 1st, so things do sell after Christmas. I paid $2 for this. I bought 5 of them at a kind of a missionary type thrift store, and they were new in the bag, and they're Christmas kits. This one was a 5-foot door hanging, and it sold on New Year's Day for $44.90, so I guess they'll be working on that for next year. Great tie brand here, Charvet Place Vendôme, all silk, made in France. If you find this brand, grab it because they sell very well. This one was $65. We took an offer of $50, and Charvet Place Vendôme. They also make shirts too, if you can find them. This was a one-of-a-kind piece. When I say one-of-a-kind, he's made several of them, but the design is one-of-a-kind. Roland Carg, very heavy piece of art glass, and it sits on this little bracket here. And there's a hole in the back, and you hang it on there, and you can see where he signed it. This was a consignor piece. We put it up for $239 and accepted $160. So you probably won't find too many of these in thrift stores, but you might find them at an antique mall or something like that. Tommy Bahama. This New Year's shirt was a Happy New Year shirt. We paid this in a boutique store. Paid about $14 for it, but we got $74.95, and all these wonderful images of girls on here with the clock and the champagne glass. So we turned $14 into $74.95. Paid $5 for this piece. It's a Marcus Camby jersey, and it was signed. I found it in a Goodwill for $5. I had a friend of mine who does a lot of sports cards and authenticated sports cards. He took it for me to his authenticator and got it authenticated for nothing. And so we listed at $99 and accepted an offer of $80. Marcus Camby. Next up is, where we go here? Willison Geiger. This is a Willison Geiger Poplin Bush shirt. If you see this brand, grab it. I've had 3 of these over the course of the last year and a half, and I've sold every one of them. And this one had some stains, so we took it a lower price. We took an offer of 75 on this. We bought a collection of Disney Nutcrackers from an estate. We paid $10 a piece. We spent about $120. And you can see this one, which is very rare with the Pinocchio and the Geppetto. We got $265 for this, plus $25 shipping. And what I did with the shipping is I took it to UPS because they pack and ship, and they were too fragile. And of the 10 that I bought, I sold all but 2. And this is a Hallmark gumdrop musical Snowman. Just the illustration here. This is like we paid $5 for this, sold it for $39, and we put a little video in there in the listing. So if you have something that plays music or lights up or something like that, make a little video and put it in your listing, and it'll help sell the item. Lennox Dorothy Wizard of Oz. These sell new for $138. We had this one in our booth. We couldn't sell it, so I put it online and got $55 for it. Here's another piece. We paid $18 for this in an antique store in Habitat for Humanity in Florida. We thought it was a Hummel. A buyer on eBay corrected me and said it's not a real Hummel because it doesn't have the word Hummel on it. And as it turns out, it was a global designed by Charlotte Beige, and we still were able to sell it for $110. Another great brand is this Etro Milano, not Enzo or the other. Etro Milano, paid $8 for this great Paisley pattern. Etro Milano sells very well, especially if you got good patterns. We got $89 for that one. Another high-end brand is Brioni. This is an unusual shirt, and it had polar bears and penguins on it. When I got it, you can see it looks kind of wrinkly, but I got $57, and the buyer was very, very happy with it. This was just the other day, a Reebok Timberwolves jersey, garnet. It's not signed or anything like that. It was a size medium. I put it up for $39, and it sold in 3 hours. So maybe I underpriced it, but I was happy with that. I paid $7 for that one. And finally, we just took an offer of $40 on this great Tasmanian Devil jacket. The reason we took the offer that way is it has stains. I paid $10 for this because it has the stains. And I've highlighted them in the pictures here. So offer came in for $40. We grabbed it because one of the instructions was the dry clean only, and I wasn't about to dry clean it. But look at those graphics. So we took a $40 offer, and we're happy to move on to our next item. Actually, we're done. That's it for this time. I hope you enjoyed that, and like, comment, subscribe below if you did, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.